Sydney Harbour is such a tremendous spot for a fireworks display. You've got the Opera House and the bridge, and it was sort of design display. That's what we were trying to do. We were trying to, you know, for the future, design more for the actual site than just going and throwing things up in the air.
The crowd stayed on the foreshore, waiting for the best display Sydney had ever seen. And at dusk, all the boats that the city possessed quietly took up positions near the Opera House. There was barely room to maneuver, and the setting was perfect. They were promised a display rather like a naval battle, with 1,700 separate shells being fired from 6 barges. Shipboard parties were well underway. The climax was to be a firework that was to envelop Sydney's famed harbour bridge. The Duke of Edinburgh arrived on the Royal Australian Navy flagship Stalwart to watch the show.
With a fanfare of musically orchestrated fireworks and the New South Wales salute to the RAN, the evening's display provided the perfect, spectacular ending to a day, in fact a week, we'll never forget. Again, thousands of spectators lined the foreshores of Sydney Harbour to witness and to be a part of the excitement and history in the making. The Navy hadn't let us down so far, and their set-piece fireworks display they promised us turned out to be another bonus. A carpet of 200 silver rockets were fired simultaneously from the fleet of Navy ships, along with a gun salute and smoke flares. Barges strategically located around the inner harbour that fired off a myriad of shells bursting into sparkling showers of colour. One of the display organisers described this as the largest set piece of cracker extravaganza ever performed in Australia. Altogether, 2,500 firework shells delighted the onlookers and literally set the harbour alight. It all cost well in excess of $100,000. So much to go up, yet for such a great occasion. The orchestration accompanying the exploding fireworks certainly added another stunning dimension to the display. Many of the sailors visiting Sydney for the celebration had some of the best views of the display from the warships stationed in the harbour. They too will never forget this. And hundreds of private vessels also took up vantage points in the area. And of course, the sponsor of the night's display, Swan Premium Lager, wasn't to be outdone. This was to be Niagara on the Bridge, a highlight providing a brilliant waterfall effect over the harbour bridge. Tonight, Sydney said thank you to the 6 visiting nations for helping us celebrate our Navy's wonderful 75th anniversary.